Hello everyone, this is Tammy from Blue Rain Pieces. How is everyone doing today? Today I am going to be making a bracelet. It's going to be this one right here. I'm going to make a couple little hearts on each end with some wire, and basically it's just running some beads around. Easy little bracelet, not going to take us long at all. So let's get started. Today I'm going to use some gold wire. Probably about maybe 17 inches. You probably ain't gonna need all of that, but I just make extra. I just cut off extra just for, because I don't know how much I'm gonna need with my hearts. So, gonna need a couple pliers, some chain nose pliers, some bailers. That's what we're gonna use to make our hearts. With probably some cutters, because that's going to cut our wire. So, and some random, these are wood beads. Some just random wood beads for a little bit of Halloween. So let's get started. First we're just going to cut our wire. Again, I'm using probably about 17 inches or less. And this is 14 gauge wire, I believe. So we're just going to cut our piece of wire, and we're going to just start really with one of our hearts on one side. And I just want to make sure this is flush. So I'm going to probably snip it again. And start with our heart. And like I did on my heart earrings, this is my heart earrings right here. Let me show you them. I can get them off. This is our heart earring. So all we're going to do is start by really just bending the wire. This is how I make my hearts. You can make your hearts how you choose. So we're just going to start bending the wire so we get like a little loop. And we're going to bend and bend and bend. Bend. And that should be good. You can go a little further if you would like to pull it a little tighter, but that's as far as I'm gonna go. I think I've moved those a little bit. Probably gonna use my my pliers to pull it just a little bit closer. And be careful, because this wire, I really should be using them. Scratch a wire. So that's pretty good. And then all we're going to do, take our 6-step pliers, bailers really. I'm going to use this one. And we're just going to start bending it around. So we're going to put it close to the loop that we made. Excuse me. And bring it around. Like so. And that's what we're going to do to the opposite side. We're just going to put it on there. And bring it around the opposite side. And be careful not to scratch yourself in the face with that swinging piece of wire. And you're just basically going to bring it in until you get the shape of the heart that you would like. Let's see. I want to bend it a little bit more. And I believe that is going to be our heart. You can make it smaller if you would like. It's really up to you. And I'm going to bring the other side in just a little bit. Like that. Yep, so there's our heart. Everyone can see. There's our heart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kink this one straight. So we're going to take our pliers and we're just going to kink it straight. Just make it a little bit, you don't have to. For me, just make it a little bit easier to wrap my wire around. So I'm just going to straighten this out just a little bit. You don't have to, but. So, those two wires are crossing each other and it's going to make it easier for you to wrap around. Or for me to wrap around. So I'm just going to hold it with my pliers and twist. Again, this is 14 gauge wire. It bends pretty easy, but it is a little hard to wrap at the same time once you get it around. And I'm probably only going to wrap it maybe twice around. And I may need my pliers for the second one. And basically, after this, all we are doing are adding our beads. So, that is our heart on the one side. Sorry. And we're just going to cut this wire. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it go down a little bit more. Like that. And then we're going to snip. And close it down. On top of our wire. Another piece of wire. Like so. And there's our little heart that we have made. So, all we're going to do is randomly start adding our beads on. We're going to do a couple of these flower beads. And then we're going to put on our other beads. Couple of these orange beads. A white bead. Orange bead. Couple more. Let's do range, just random beads. And let's take it off because I want to put a white bead on there. A white bead. And a white bead. I'm going to put on this ceramic bead. It has like white swirls in it. And put that one on. Oops. Another white bead. And basically going to repeat the other side. You can randomly put it on there. They don't have to be the same. Let's do orange. these brown beads. Just looking at the beads to decide which ones I want on there. White. Orange bead. A white bead. Orange bead. Two of these brown ones. And a polka dotted one. I think this one is used. I think this is one has to come off. These have more polka dots on it, so that's why I took it off. Because I want to see the polka dots. Or pattern, I should say. Orange. Two brown. One of the flower beads. Easy bracelet. It's not going to take us long at all. And just judging whether it's going to be long enough. I'm just going to bend it just a little bit in the shape. I'm just bending it in the shape I want it to be. And I believe that's going to be long enough. I may put a few more beads on there, but that's really the gist of the bracelet until I make my other little heart on the other side. I just want it to be long enough, like this one. It just opens and closes on your arm like that. And I do believe that should be long enough. Yeah. So, that should be long enough for us to basically just make our other heart on the other side. Let me put my arm in there. Yeah, because once I make it, it's going to fold pretty well. Okay, so let's make our other heart. We're just going to do the exact same thing we did on this side. We're going to do it on that side, and then I'm going to make some adjustments and close my wire in on this side. So it's hard to judge like where to start making your loop for your heart, so I just go for it. Because you need enough room to make the heart and to still be able to twist down on top of your bead. So I'm going to start about here. And I'm going to pull like we did the other one. And we're going to use our bailers. Let's start with this side to make sure we have enough room. Just going to bend it out a little bit. And we're going to bend. Let's start with the other side actually. Let's bend it in first. And then we're going to go to the opposite side and bend it inwards. Just make sure you up against that. Let's turn it around because I have a hard time seeing it. And we're bending inwards to make our heart shape. Go back to the other side. And we can always turn it to match the sides, but right now I'm just trying to get my heart straight. And we just turned it up a little bit, so there's really our heart right there. I'm just working with it and to see how I like it. Okay, so that is basically our heart, and all we have to do is wrap it. I'm going to pull this one out just a tad. So we can push this back. And all we have to do now is hold it and wrap. So we're going to wrap down. And come around. And we're going to twist like twice like we did on the other side. Gonna push this in on this side just a little bit so it'll tighten down. And I'm just trying to tighten the other side. So there is our 2 loops for our bracelet. And we're going to cut. I want this a little bit more tighter than what it is, so I'm just going to work with it to make it tighter. I'll just put this around here to make the bracelet shape, to make sure it's formed pretty good. Just push it all the way around. And there is our bracelet. Gonna try it on. Just bring it in, and that is basically our bracelet. You can take it off and adjust it if you want this to be flatter, like this. You can do that. You can adjust your wires on the side to make sure they're tighter. so. And voila, this is our bracelet. I'm just trying to flatten this just a bit. You can also tap it with a hammer to make the wire a little bit stronger, but that is our bracelet. You can wear them with them touching, or you can move one a little further down and one a little further up. And wear it like so. But that is our bracelet. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you so much for joining me, and thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.